What's that thing? They keep changing stuff on here. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna wait till the 3-minute mark, and then we gonna get into this this live stream. So we want to share something with y'all. Hopefully, come over some. Can you come over some? Hopefully it helps y'all see the title or whatnot. So hopefully it helps somebody. In an emergency situation. So at the 3-minute mark, we're gonna start the live stream. Okay. The 3-minute mark. So anybody that watching the replay, you can go ahead. If you don't want to wait for the 3 minutes, you can go ahead and just if you're watching the replay and fast forward to the 3-minute mark. That way y'all do not have to wait. I hope everybody is being safe. And all that good stuff. Let's see. Hey, PNG, Shatika Woods. Hey. Glad I caught you guys. I'm glad you did too, honey. Y'all, I got so many good vlogs coming for y'all. He is acting a fool now. Some videos, all that. I just been trying to build my my thing up so I can be a little bit of ahead, because that'll help out a whole lot. So yes, you have. So yeah, so got a whole lot coming for y'all. Just a variety of stuff, okay? I'm gonna leave it right there, a variety of stuff. So are we at the 3 minute? Nope, we got a minute to go. I'm trying to get people to come in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button as y'all come in. I appreciate it.
And subscribe.
See, starting already.
And comment.
Yeah, because I gotta answer comments soon. I got a lot. I always have a lot of comments. It's no different. I mean, it's too much. It's over 3,000 videos on this channel. And like I tell y'all, people comment on videos from years ago. Whatever pop up, people that don't know who I am come across, they comment on it. It's just I'll never be able to catch up with comments, you know? So we're almost there. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. We almost there.
Bam.
11 people in here and 4 thumbs up. Come on now. But that's all right though. That's all right. You in here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it because we're over the 3-minute mark. So emergency situation, you know, we talk about power stations, stocking up food, stocking up water, stocking up essential items, all that good stuff. Okay. I don't know why this thing just went down. Yeah, I'm using my phone right now, so I don't know. Now it's backlight. But I always want to try to give y'all options, special things that we are doing or we come across that may be helpful to somebody else, because everybody's money is different and we understand that. So yeah, so we want to share something with y'all. This is not a sponsored video. This is something that he bought. We saw it. I want something. I'm going to get something different for the house. He got this for the house, so we'll end up having 2 things, but they'll be different. But this is his came in. This is what he got. So do you want to go ahead and pull it out the box? It's kind of big, so
Adjust the camera.
why?
I don't know if you want to see.
I can't do it. All right. It's big. It's taking up space, so. So this is what it is. It's a Ninja brand cooler. Okay?
I don't want to hit you in the head.
You won't. It can come on over some. So it's a a Ninja brand cooler. Okay? Make sure y'all can bring it down a little bit. Okay, there we go.
I can't see that.
Yeah. So this is called the Frost Vault. Okay? The Frost Vault. Alright, so I'm gonna see.
I'm gonna sit on my lap and see.
That's what I thought she was gonna do. I was trying to get the camera ready for that. Okay. If we bring it over, into my own red. You don't need to leave it no marks, man. All right, here we go. You should be able to, okay, see now. So this is called the Frost Vault, and it's by Ninja. What this is 50 quarts. So how this work is open the top. This is how it looks in the inside, and you can buy dividers for it, okay? But how this work is, you will put your ice up here, all right? And you can put drinks or whatever you want up there. But the cool thing about this is, this part down here. I ain't trying to break a nail.
You got a lock on it.
Yeah, I was trying to pull it down, but I ain't trying to break a nail.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, because I almost broke one while ago, y'all. When you put your ice up here, you can put food and stuff down here. And the ice up here keeps this really, really cold. Okay? So vegetables, meats, whatever the case may be, in an emergency situation, this could be really good for if you open food that needs to stay cold. Now, I'm going to tell you a little trick. I used to do flea markets where I had a concession. I used to sell ice cream and stuff out there. Froze hard as a brick and 90-some degree weather with no refrigerator. What I used to put in my coolers was dry ice. You have to be careful with dry ice. I had to wear gloves every time I dealt with dry ice. People would come and say, how do you have ice cream and stuff and it's not melted and you have no refrigerator? Well, there's a trick about dry ice, and I'm going to give you that information right now. The way I used to have a regular cooler, okay? We're going to say this is just an ordinary cooler. I put cardboard in the bottom, so up here, I will put some cardboard in the bottom, all right? Then you want to put your dry ice on top. Dry ice will burst certain coolers, okay? You want to put your dry ice on top. And then you want to put another piece of cardboard and then lay your cold stuff over the top of it. That dry ice will keep food cold for 7 days at least. One brick, okay? Now, MGL, how did you keep stuff frozen? Well, instead of putting the dry ice at the bottom, and that's it, you will take and put dry ice at the bottom, put your cardboard, dry ice at the bottom, cardboard, ice cream, cardboard, dry ice at the top. In order to keep things frozen, your dry ice go at the top. In order to keep things just cold, your dry ice go at the bottom. And that's with any cooler. Not just this, I'm just using it as an example. You can go buy you a $20 cooler and you can put dry ice in the bottom. But you gotta put a protecting like cardboard or something like that at the bottom. Don't touch dry ice, it's a little disclaimer, with your bare hands. You need some thick gloves. That stuff will frostbite your skin. It will burn you, okay? So you have to take precaution when you're using dry ice, all right? So, emergency situation, my next thing is going to be to go. I know Lowe's Food here has dry ice. I'm going to go get dry ice and keep it in one of my freezers. In an emergency situation, all I got to do is go take out a brick of it, put it on a cooler, and I can keep stuff cold. I don't have to have no power for anything. Hopefully, I know in 72 hours, I will still have stuff cold. Long as that freezer stay down and that dry ice is in a freezer, that dry ice will stay for a long time. So that's just another way to keep things cold. People have medicines and stuff that they have to take daily, like the diabetes medicines, insulin and stuff like that. So this is just another way. Now this cooler, he got this cooler. I think you was really loving the fact that you can put ice here, regular ice, okay?
Regular ice. You can put your drinks, things of that nature. The thing that made it stand out for me is your food that you don't want touching, your ice and stuff, your raw food. You can store down here on one side, your hot dogs, stuff like that over there, and you don't have that cross-contamination going on. So if you're using this for like a picnic, you can put, if you do handmade or homemade burgers, you can put those down here. Put your hot dogs and stuff over there. You can put your condiments and stuff. And then you can put your drinks and anything else that you don't mind sitting directly on the ice up here. And it keeps it separated and it helps with cross-contamination. So you're not sitting there with your ground beef or your ground turkey or whatever sitting right next to your sodas and your water. That what made it stand out for me. It's just the different option to be able to keep multiple things cold in one particular spot. And it just, even if you had a power outage, you can go in your fridge and things you want to store separately, you have different options. And the divider that you can get for this also serves as a cutting board too. So, I mean, you have to purchase it separately, or you can purchase it all as a combo. I didn't purchase it as a combo. I just got this because I can do different things with it myself. But I love this, and it's going to come in real handy, and it's going to give us an opportunity to be able to, if things were to go bad, whether it's, we have a power outage here, we have the freezers, but you don't want to have to keep going in and out the freezer because then you're letting that cool air escape. So all I got to do is power go out, boom, instantly go grab what I want, store it in here, and I can leave the deep freezers down, and that's going to prolong the food in there until we can get power going back.
Somebody asked, how much did it cost?
This one was $200 without the kit. It's like a $300 one which comes with the divider and some other stuff. I ain't worrying about that. The divider is not really that important right now. This is the whole piece is what's important, and having the option to store things in different ways and keep it cold.
Yeah, so $200, and you don't have to worry about plugging this up, because long as you keep your ice in a regular freezer, like we all should have ice right now on hand in your deep freezer, in your refrigerator freezer. You should have ice on hand right now. It's good. Right now. So if the power go out, you got ice in there to help keep yourself. That is a must, okay? So in an emergency situation,
Drain.
okay, and so he's showing you here it has a drain. That's where you would drain it at.
Yeah.
So in an emergency situation, that's why I talked about dry ice. Hold on, let me see. Right here it says it keeps ice for days, fits up to 80 cans or 50 bottles, okay? Ninja Frost Vault technology under 40 degrees Fahrenheit for days. That's a refrigerator. That's a refrigerator. It will, and that I'm talking about dry ice. Imagine if you use dry ice. They talking about regular bag ice, okay, that you put in here. Under 40 degrees, cold transfer into drawers to keep food cool, dry, and separate at food safe temps, okay? So this particular one, I'm pretty sure they probably got different ones, but $200, it's a It's a win-win situation. You ain't got to worry about no power stations. You ain't got to worry about nothing like that as long as you keep ice on hand. And those of you that have people that's on insulin, and you know, I don't talk to you about before. With me growing up, it seemed like I was always on amoxicillin and penicillin for a strep throat or something. I was just one of them kids that just stayed sick every 2 weeks. Okay, an emergency situation, there is no power or something, and you may have a child with sore throat or something. They got to take amoxicillin. That has to be cold. That sprung up on you at the last minute. You go in your freezer, take out a bag of ice, throw it in there, put that medicine down in that thing, and that food, that medicine is cold. Those are the things you have to look at, especially if you have kids and stuff. You have people that may be on insulin or whatnot, and we worry about having power for little refrigerators and stuff like that. You may be able to get a couple days with something like this. So, like I say, this is not a sponsored video. We bought this on our own as just part of our preps.
Yeah, and like I was saying, when it comes to this, you want the same concept. You don't want to be going in and out of it. And like she was saying with the medicine, I love the bottom drawers for that, because now you don't have to have your medicine sitting on ice. It can be sitting down there, staying cool, and it's a walk-in refrigerator. Basically, you can move it. It goes where you want to go. I love the fact that it has a locking. It has two separate areas where you can lock it. So, I mean, you don't have that. I'm not going to say it's still not a concern, but it gives you some sense of security, being able to ensure that what you have in it is secure. And I just love the fact that it's going to do many different things. Like I said, if the lights go out, we've had that before where the lights went out and it was out for a good amount of time. You don't want to have to keep opening the refrigerator. The best thing in those situations to keep the stuff cool where they're at is limit the opening and closing, because every time you open it, you're letting out that cool air. So all I got to do is lights go out, boom, pop this open, pull out the essential stuff that we know we're going to be using more often, put it in here, put a bag of ice in here, boom, it's done. That refrigerator, that deep freezer don't have to get touched again until the power come back on, or we provide another source of power, which is other options we have, and that's a whole nother life.
And then on top of that, in an emergency situation, because we don't went through hurricanes and stuff here. Even back home when Katrina hit, because Mississippi, where I'm from in Mississippi, we didn't get the damage that New Orleans got, but we got damage. Places in Jackson and Crystal Spring was out of power for a week. Things was closed down. We got enough damage. You remember? I think we got enough damage.
Well,
You was recruiting there at that time?
I was.
No.
I had just arrived in Spain and Port.
Oh, okay.
On the boat.
Well, he was in Spain during that time. But I thought he was probably not. No, yeah, because that would have been 2005, 2006 time frame. Something like that. But anyway, what is one of the things that when it's a storm or something or a disaster, they're going to have water, and a lot of time if it's hot, they got ice. Ice is available, okay? So that'll be something easy. The stores may not have anything, but, I mean, sometimes they set up little stations and stuff, and you may be able to get ice, especially if it's hot. So long as you can get ice, then that will be fine. Now, something else, I used to have one of these when I did the, and I'm going to get another one. Ice machine. One that I can use with my power stations. Long as I can make ice, I can keep things cold. So if I can get another ice machine that my power station will power up, and I constantly make ice, I don't have to worry about it. So those are little things that will help. You cook a meal. It can be chili and rice. And you divide that up in Ziploc bags. You got to think out of the box. The power is out. You able to put a boiler on the grill with rice and make some chili or something. Everybody eats, okay? And I'm talking about like canned chili or something. Everybody eat, and you got leftovers. Put it in a Ziploc bag because of the size of the bottom. flatten it out and lay that in that tray with ice, and you keep that cool. You don't lose that food that you can have as another meal. And you don't have to plug it up. Somebody asked you don't have to plug it up or nothing. You just need ice. And I think ice machines at Walmart right now, when I had got mine, it was like $40. Now they 80 something. They done gradually went up, but they 80 something, but it's worth it, okay?
You know, that's
it's worth it.
A lot of different factors in this current market that's driving them up. I will say this is a very good addition. And the reason, and this may be slightly off topic, but it's on topic as well. Everyone knows kind of what's going on in the U.S. right now with the current administration, and you know, some of the programs are areas that they're going away with, and allegedly after this hurricane season, this current administration is getting rid of FEMA. So when things and natural disasters hit, you know, you rely a lot on state resources, but the state also relies on FEMA to come in and help. And a lot of times they're bringing supplies, food, you know, they come by the truckloads. But if you don't have power, and they bring, say, some of the churches, the nonprofit organizations in the state, they bring cold items, how are you going to store it? Right here. And this is not the only size they have. If you know, this is perfect for us being a family of 5. But I mean, if it's just 1, 2 of you, they have smaller sizes that cost a little less, but do the same thing. And they have the vault at the bottom. So what I'm telling you is, sometimes you have to make, and again, I can't speak to your expenses, but sometimes you have to make purchases that's going to pay you back in the long run. And this right here is going to pay us back. And I saw some other brands that were similar, but I wasn't familiar with the brand. So I went with something that I knew. I'm going to pull the thing up for you. But I went with something I was familiar with. I'm familiar with the Ninja brand.
I love Ninja.
So this is the name of it. I guess you can screenshot it or write it down. It's the Ninja Frost Vault 50 quart cooler. Again, they have different sizes. If you're looking them up, you may see some that are smaller, but still have that drawer.
I'm about to show them this.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So I pulled it up. Hopefully y'all can see right here. But I did pull it up. See if it shows really good. I can't tell if it's a glare. Y'all can see.
This might be a little glare, but
it may be a glare, but I'm gonna try to.
I think it's reset. They should be able to see it.
So yeah, there you go right there. So hopefully it'll go. It's probably going in and out. But you see, they have sandwiches, peppers. They have like meat and crackers and cheese, strawberries and stuff like this at the bottom. And this is a 50 quart one. Like he said, it's $200. It's just a different color. Let's see if I can get this to play for y'all.
Little has changed.
Hold on, y'all.
Introducing the Ninja Frost Vault. The cooler reinvented.
All right.
With the
Let's try that again.
75 years since the cooler was invented, little has changed. Until now, introducing the Ninja Frost Vault. The cooler reinvented. With the first of its kind dry storage. Cold transfers down into the Frost Vault drawer to keep dry food dry, fridge cold, and easy to access. And with premium insulation, it'll hold ice for days. It's easy to use, easy to live with, and easy to clean. Designed to fit everything you need, and built to stand up to everything you throw at it.
That was a 30 quart.
Traditional coolers are a thing of the past. No more digging in ice when you have easy access to everything. No more crushed or soggy sandwiches, because everything has its place. And why risk cross-contamination when you can keep everything separate?
What I say?
Ninja Frostvault, the premium cooler with fridge-temp dry storage, is here.
Yeah, that's the different sizes.
Yeah, they have different sizes because the one on there was a 30 quart. And we have the 50. So yeah, everybody pretty much have, let's see, this is a 50 quart at Dick's Sporting Goods for $200. You said that one was $200. QVC have it for $200. That's an Igloo, that's not that one. Let's see, hold up. QVC actually got the 30 quart for $200. But the 50 quart is $200 also at different places. Yeah, QVC's is 30 quart for $200. But we have the 50 for $200 and Dick's Sporting Goods have it for $200. So it just depends on where you are looking. But I hope that helps with the information on it. Okay, so somebody had left a message. Said, Diane Wynn said, "Oh, I love that cooler. It's better than the styrofoam cooler I once moved into a home without a fridge. This would have been perfect. Purchasing an ice maker would also solve." Exactly, honey. So yeah, so this is just something else we add to our prepping. And then also this, I'm using this when we go to the store and you got a lot of errands, yogurts and cottage cheese and stuff like that I buy. That could go right in the trunk. You know, I'm big about my shopping bags and whatnot, and I have my isolated bags and stuff. But that would be a perfect thing too. Also, when we go and do our gig work, we take coolers. We take our regular Igloo cooler and stuff like that, and we put people milkshakes and stuff in there. Well, now I got something even better, because when we do our gig work, we try to make sure that they get they food, because sometimes DoorDash and Uber Eats have you to go pick up a milkshake for somebody and then send you to go shop their groceries. And it's like, look, do the task that we told you to do, and if they stuff is milky, that's pretty much what they saying. So we always take a cooler to try to help that out. So this is definitely going to be used a lot. So I hope that video helped too, so y'all was able to see. So I think for $200 is worth it. It's going
to pay me back. It's going to pay us back tremendously in the long run. This is a purchase that we're going to get all our money's worth, because not only is it going to do what we want to do, the reason I didn't skimp on it and go with a brand I wasn't familiar with is because the durability of Ninja. I know what this company does. I know what they build.
Most of my appliances is Ninja. I
believe there's a warranty on it. I didn't mean to cut you off. We guarantee every Ninja Frostvault cooler with a 5-year limited warranty. So against manufacturer defects. So I mean, as long as I ain't sitting here trying to drill no holes in it and doing nothing crazy, we're good. And I love the fact that bottom drawer you seen in the video, the vault, it pulls out. So again, you transporting raw meat and it happened to leaks a little bit, you can pull that drawer out, wash it out, clean it, stick it back in, and it's ready to go again. It's sanitizing it, I guess what I'm saying. So it's ready for the next use.
And it's durable, because you know me, I'm a bleach person.
Yeah, it's durable.
Bleach everything.
I will say, I believe they say it's roughly empty. It's roughly 35 pounds. So if you plan on moving it back and forth, that's something to take into consideration. This one doesn't have wheels. It's got rugged and tough handles, so it's geared in some cases for two people to use to move it. But I mean, I'm still a little bit in shape, so I think for, not to toot my own horn, but I mean that's what I was doing.
But you just tooted your own horn. He said he had a little bit in the shape. It's still in shape, so not to toot. That's what he did. He tooted his own. And I'm sitting up here and I'm out of shape.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
No, you ain't.
Y'all, I'm still 160. It won't go down. Well, maybe if I stop feeding my face, that would happen. But hey, anyway, I am out of shape. I ain't gained weight. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little chubby. It'll be all right. It's all right. As long as I'm good. So, but.
Well, I wanted to touch on something else, but it was slightly off this.
Oh, that's it. So go ahead, have that.
For the people that are still in here, I wanted to touch on this because I found it to be interesting and alarming because we had this happen here a few years ago, but I wanted to make sure that y'all are being safe out there. If y'all haven't seen the news and what happened in Minnesota with the political people and the shooting, the thing that alarms me, that makes me be more vigilant, is the perpetrator is posing as a cop. So I know the wife had this happen a few years back when she was driving, and what was it? Was it a black car or whatever?
Yeah. He was acting like he was an unmarked trying to pull me over. But I ain't stopped for that fool though. I ain't stopped. Yeah, lightsaber where I ain't stopping. We just gonna take that for a little ride. So I took him for a little ride. But he was acting like he was a cop trying to pull me over.
And that's where we have to stay vigilant. Here
Not
in
to
this.
cut you off. And one thing that I will say before I forget. One thing I did do is I called, 411, 211. I think it's 211 here. You need to find a number that is not 911. And I don't know if every area is different, but when I had my little suspicions, I asked them, did they have a cop in this area that was trying to pull over, and I gave my information. And they told me they didn't have a cop in that area that was trying to pull no vehicle of mine's over. And that was as I was still driving. So that gave me, I'm just going to say that he don't know where I'm from. I wasn't going to fall for the old okie-dokie. I wasn't finna do that. But look in your area. You know what I'm talking about? It's a number they say it's 211. It ain't 411. That's information.
It's like non-emergency.
Non-emergency, but they're able to, assist. And that's what I did while he was behind me, because he just...
It still gets you over to the dispatch.
To the dispatch, yeah.
But if you don't know it in your area, or if they don't have that service in your area, call 911. But what I want to get at is, and want y'all to focus on is, especially here, it may be in other towns too. We have Jacksonville Police Department, we have the Sheriff's Office, we have state troopers, all that work this area. Depending on where you're at, it kind of depends on what jurisdiction you fall on. You have to ensure, like, okay, let's say a lot of their cars, and they're moving to these new schemes, they said it's 311 there.
311, where you at? I think let me go ahead.
They're moving to all these cop and these companies. Busting me in the head with your cheer.
Oh, my bad.
No, they're moving to the new schemes of the cop cars where they're unmarked, or they have it where it says police or sheriff on it, but it's kind of matted in and blended in with the color of the vehicle. You have to ensure your safety above all. What I would recommend you doing, or what I would tell you to do, in any case, lights go on behind you, you can't tell that's a police car, call 911 or whatever non-emergency service that links you to the dispatchers, and describe to the area you're in, what you're driving. If you know your tag number, give them your tag number and let them know you're being followed by a police officer, or you have a car behind you that has police lights on, and have them verify that it's, legit. And if it's legit, pull over at that point, but not before then. before you call 911, put on your hazards. Because in this situation, if it's a real cop, you're telling the cop at minimum, you acknowledge him. Yes, you're not pulling over right now, but I acknowledge you. You can get my hazard lights, but you ain't getting my brakes. Get on the phone with 911, verify it's him, because in this case, if it is the cop, they're going to notify the cop that they have you on the line. So now he's not tripping. Because at the end of the day, if it's a crappy cop, he's going to be crappy no matter what. If you pulled over right then or if you pulled over later. The key is put your hazards on. If you can't identify the car, call 911. Make sure it's a valid cop from your jurisdiction. And then thirdly, find you a safe place to pull over. And these are things that you can do that will save you the headache, but also kind of protect you. And don't get off the phone with 911 until after the cop has approached your window. That way, that 911 call is being recorded. So the first thing he says to you or she says to you is going to be on the recording for the 911 call. And that kind of protects you as well. And that's when you can tell them that, hey, I turned on my hazards to let you know I acknowledged you. I called 911 just to verify that this was a legitimate stop. And then I found a safe place. The key is you want to play with them and make them know that you being real. I pulled over at a safe place for not just me, but for you as well. And then go on with the traffic stop. And by then, 911 is probably going to hang up. But at least it's recorded. But yeah, if somebody comes to your door and that car is unmarked, don't open your door. Because that's kind of the situation, from my understanding, from what I read, that happened in Minnesota. The cop approached, the imposter approached the door. He had a car that had lights on it. He was in a police uniform. And I guess when they opened the door, he opened fire on them. But I bet, from my understanding, that was the second shooting. That was the ones that survived. The ones that didn't, I believe, I guess he had already been to their home. The cops end up, I guess, for some reason, they got a call there. They arrived at the home and they met him at the door where he started firing on them. So protect yourself, be safe. If a car pulls into your driveway or is sitting outside your house with his lights on and is not marked as police, or it's even marked as police, don't open your door. Call 911. Verify that cop is there for legitimate reasons. And that's kind of the safety.
And we're not telling you now. I don't want nobody to go running from a vehicle that you know is actually a legitimate cop and be like, MGL them told me that.
I said
no.
Unmarked.
If it's unmarked. And then, and that's crazy because it makes it hard. There are good cops. I'm not one of them that, see, good. Like everybody, you're supposed to give cops. It's good cops and there's bad cops. Mm-hmm. I understand. And I take that serious because I have an uncle that's dear to me that is an officer back home. So I think about that, knowing that he got to, that he's putting himself in danger of other people's actions. You have people that time the police pull them over, you can see clearly the cop is nice to him, just doing his job. And you got some people that's just like, just listen. And sometimes someone be trying to help you, It'd be something simple as a tail light out in their minds. And then you got the ones where they're not so nice, but it puts everybody at danger. And then you have this individual that did what he did. Pretend to be a cop. Now everybody is on edge because they don't know who real and who ain't, and and it's just a lot. Every day I think about, I hate to say it, but I think about when you have family members and stuff that have those type of jobs, it's worrisome because other people make it hard. If they make it hard, So even with, and I did look up, it's 211 for North Carolina. So you'll have to look up the non-emergency number. It's going to be something, should be something like that. I think Diane Wynn says 311 in her area. And that is a number because that's what I call to, make sure, I'm not trying to run from down. I'm not, nothing like that. I don't do that. But you still have to be safe. And I knew when I looked someone right, how fast he came up. I saw him in my rearview from a distance. We're coming up fast. It was early morning. One hard nobody on the road. And I know where I was coming from, and I knew one hardly nobody on the road, and I knew that wasn't right. And you just constantly, and then the thing is, you don't have a siren on. You just got lights. And my thing is, your lights is not even cop, like the blue with most cops, they would have ran it more like emergency. You wouldn't even, and then it seemed like he had like a little flash of blue here and there. I'm like, what in the world? That ain't how you the one that hooked that up there.
Yeah,
like
they can't.
That you can't have, like, it was like a little, like almost like he had two different lights, and he was trying to get the blue and the red and he was just, and then I'm looking through my room like, wait a minute, you look like you. I ain't gonna say what he looked like through. I'm like, nah, I'm not finna pull over. And that's what made me I took him on a nice little ride, okay? Because as long as I don't let you, and at first I thought he was gonna try to come up on the side of me. I'm too smart for that. The fast as he going, you come up on the side of me and ain't nobody behind me, I'm gonna heavily just throw on brakes and you can keep on going, because you never know. I be thinking, somebody gonna try to shoot in here or whatever the case may be. You just have to be kind of quick thinking, because people are just, they done lost their mind. They have literally lost their mind. So call 911 or know that non-emergency number, because they can, like he said, get you over to dispatch. It's still gonna lead to that, and they can tell you if that's a real cop that's in your area. Them cops have trackers on them. They know what every cop is, and another thing, if you ever want, I know in most areas, if you ever want to know, the badge number is on the car. You have a police. I know I know back home. I think up here. You know how some
states do it
doing
different.
something.
Most states, it's like you said.
When you see that, like P38, P9, something, that's normally his badge number too. That's on the car. So it may be different in some areas. I know back home the badge number would be right there on the tail end of the car. When you see that, sometimes if they have a K9, it'd be like K9 such and such. That's that officer's badge number. So that's another thing for you to,
Or you
pay attention to.
Whatever number that's on it and it's attached to
him. Yeah.
Or her.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can only go, because something happened to one of their vehicles and they in another car at that time, because theirs could be in the shop or something, that it may be in somebody else, but at least they'll have it that day officer such and such was in that car. So that's just little tips, the little experience.
I just wanted to bring that up. The other thing was, we wanted to talk about something else, but like today,
what we are on. Oh no, we'll do that in another live, because don't want to really just mix it up.
Oh yeah, because it's basically But yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure I know. Just be vigilant if it's unmarked and you cannot positively identify cops, sheriff, state trooper, highway patrol, whatever it is in your jurisdiction. Do not pull over, put on your hazards, call whatever number that is feasible for your area, whether it's the 211, the 311. If you don't have one in your area, you don't know it, call 911, let them know what's going on. Make sure you tell them your car. If you know your tag, tell them your tag. Let them know you're just trying to verify that this is a legitimate stop, and if so, you'll pull over at a safe area. And they'll relay that information to the officer as well. And sometimes those are things that save you from the fleeing charge that they try to throw on you for stupid reasons, because you're trying to get to a safe place to pull over.
Yeah, see, stuff like that makes me want to call my uncle and be like, be safe, because you know what can happen from that stuff. People actually be so scared now to they spaz out and do things out of fear because of what happened. And in their defense, I didn't know. I saw this happen. This guy, I thought he would, and it actually could be a real legitimate cop. Just because that individual wanted to be stupid for what it was, a husband and wife that he killed.
Yeah, it was two couples. Well, two married couples. The first couple was in another. I wouldn't say another town, but maybe another neighborhood. And then the other one, they're both. But from last time I saw was in surgery, or the last update I saw was they both was in surgery. So one couple passed. Both passed. The second couple, they're in. They were in surgery as of my last update on it. So
y'all be safe out there, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Just idiots, and they're not just impersonating cops. They're impersonating other agencies. So put that across the board. If you can identify the call
911 or that number, because I don't want nobody fleeing and they have you for what they call
high speed
chasing and all that.
Looting,
get on the phone immediately and say, hey, I'm not trying to run from it. I cannot tell if he's legit. I'm in a Dodge Grand Caravan. It's white. I'm on Tuscaloosa Drive and Edwards Lane. Can you tell me if y'all have an officer that's behind me?
And I have my hazards on
to let him know
I recognize him.
In my situation, I ain't put no hazards on. I just let that fool on his merry little way. I just kept going. I'm not even finna fake and tell you. I'm finna that I'm acknowledging you. You in there. He was all the way down too, like I could see like from here up, but I could see his shoulders. It was weird. And I'm like, now I know that don't look like he got no vest on. He ain't got no thing on. No, I'm not finna do that. And then what? I think somebody else had a complaint. We was on one of the things, had a complaint that person had did them the same way. And they, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one lady pulled over and he tried to snatch her out the car. Yep, but she was able to get on the gas and flee, and so.
I think that individual had like 4 different calls on about him.
Yep, and I'm not one of them that, I'm not, no, kind of too hip for that one. Not finna fall for the okie doke. So y'all be safe out there. Be vigilant. Watch your surroundings at all times. It's a lot going on right now. It's a lot of people that's upset. It's a lot of people that's not even really upset. They just want to start trouble.
Yep.
That's just what it is. They just want to have something to start trouble and just be crazy about. So let me see. I'm gonna do a couple y'all comments real quick and then we're gonna get off. Thank you, Diane Wynn. Oh, somebody said, does it have wheels? No, it don't have wheels. Summer, stop. No, it don't have wheels on it. Looks like it's really worth that money. Things, yes, humbling me. I really think so. Alicia McKinley, hey. I'm glad you did pull over. May the Almighty be with us all. People, please be safe and stay in the Word of God. Yes, you're right, humbling me. Hey, Tonya. We have to be aware of the schemes of the enemy. You're right, humbling me. Yes. Detroit cops are suburb. Yeah, not all cops bad. Like I say, I can't say that because, I can't say
it's I know
look, I'm gonna say my uncle is real cool. He real cool. He real cool, He don't try to go after that. And that if it's not for that reason, even if it wasn't for that reason, we done came across some real nice cops.
Yeah, you got good cops everywhere. It's just you got some rotten ones that's embedded in the good ones. But unfortunately, that blue wall kind of, and I get it.
And
I
it's bad
understand.
in everything. It's bad in everything. It's not just that. You know, you ain't gonna have it's good in everything and it's bad in everything. But what I feel like is sometimes, not all the time. Don't get me wrong with this, because there's been some stuff that just ain't right that's been done. I'm not gonna go into that because I get emotional on that. That right there was some of the things that has happened would really break me down because it didn't have to be. People lost their lives. So I'm not gonna go deep into that. What I will say is, dang, I lost my train of thought just that quick. Because I was what was I gonna say?
I'm trying to get your dog to quit it.
I was talking about I got sidetracked off of what I wanted to say. Oh, there's good cops, and you have some. That's what it was. Sometimes we make it hard for ourselves because sometimes you can take some incidents that's happened and what's the word? You know, you have some people that just won't listen, and they actually make themselves get more charges than what they probably was gonna get. We watch some shows and some things in real life where it didn't have to go as far as it did. You know, where when they say what you see with one, they make it all. Like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like you take one situation and then you put it across the board for everybody, and then sometimes our emotions get in the mix of it and we actually make things harder. We actually make things harder for ourselves. I would tell anybody, you know, yes, know your rights, but sometimes, man, we got to do better for ourselves because it ain't worth. It's not worth provoking certain things. Okay, that's not worth it. That's what I'm trying to say. And there has been some things that wasn't provoked, but I've seen situations where people just really provoked the situation. Just don't do that. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to say on that. That's what I wanted to say on that. But it's good and bad and everything. Everything. Every organization, there's good and bad. And it's just the way it is. Just like the world, it's good and bad people. You know? Can't do nothing about that. But we can try to be watchful. We can try to be good any way that we can, so we can avoid situations, try to avoid situations. They'll still come to you because that's just the way of this world. But pray about it. Keep prayed up. And continue to do what we gotta do, which is prep. That's it. Got to keep your head on swivel. Yes, Lena. Someone like, yes, she does.
Want all of it.
All the attention. Great video, family. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. So, y'all, we're going to get off in here. Hey, Valerie. We're going to get off in here. You got anything else to say? All right. So, y'all stay safe. You want to give them another look at it. Like I said, there's a 30 quart, and this is the 50 quart. 30 quart, 50 quart. Dick's Sporting Goods, $200 for the 50, and that's another thing. If you want to look into getting one of them, make sure you get it from the right place, because some places got it 30 quart for $200, but we got a 50 quart for $200. So I don't want y'all to go and buy the 30 quart, because like I said, what, QVC got them for 30. But where he bought this, he bought it straight out, so it's not through one of those. You know, sometimes we like to get stuff from there, and sometimes we don't. This one he bought straight out, so Just know you can get a 50 from, from some places. Dick's Sporting Goods have it for that price rather than getting a 30, okay? So we're gonna get off of here. We love y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and continue to prep. A lot of vlogs, a lot of prepping stuff is coming. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do one video, if I'm gonna upload once a day and do a live stream, or if I'm gonna upload twice. Last time I tried to do a schedule, it did not work so well. But I'm trying to at least get a video up for y'all about, I tried the 6 a.m. I guess y'all went up. Y'all, or either YouTube didn't push it. Y'all didn't watch that video at 6 a.m. So I'm probably just gonna push for about 10 o'clock. I'll let a video drop every morning at 10 a.m. starting in the morning. Starting in the morning at 10 a.m. I'll drop a video. And I'm telling y'all this because a lot of y'all saying you're not getting notifications. So now if you don't get a notification at 10 a.m. that I dropped the video, then just come to the channel, because I don't know why they're not sending out notifications. I was gonna do 2 videos, like 10 and maybe 10 a.m. and then 6 p.m. That just determines on how the videos go, honestly. That's what it depends on. So make sure y'all hit the notification bell, and when you hit that bell, hit all. It may say custom or something like that. Hit all. That way you should get all notifications. Something else, let me tell you this, and then we're gonna get off. So I enabled my community post last night. So it's something new that YouTube has had out for a couple of weeks now, maybe a couple of months, but I didn't never see it on mine. I saw it last night. So you guys can go to the community post, to the community area, and you can put your own post on my page now. You should be able to add pictures or whatnot. So if y'all gardens, y'all prepping stuff, if you want to show me what you doing, what you got, instead of waiting for me to put a post up and then y'all just comment, you could go over there and put a post up. But I will say this, I would not tolerate any mess, any messy stuff. People want to come and put, and I'm not gonna shut my community down because somebody want to come post something crazy. I'm just gonna block you. Simple as that. I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna block you. You can sit up and make 50 fake accounts all you want to. If that's how you want to spend your days making accounts, because I'm gonna block you. Okay? So it's open for people to be able to come over and put their post, like how on Facebook and stuff, you could go and post on someone's timeline if they allow you to, if they have their thing set up like that. Then YouTube has it now in the community post. So it's enabled. So feel free to go ahead and start your post over there. If you want to upload a picture of what you prepping, if you just want to do a post, if you got a question, rather than putting it in the comment sections of videos, go over there. You may get more answers. Like I say, I will not sit down over somebody being stupid. I won't do it. I'm just going to simply block their account. Simple as that. They won't be able to post. Okay? Simple as that. I'm not tolerating it, but I'm not letting nobody control my page neither. For as, I could go say this or post this, and then she gonna shut the whole thing down. It don't work like that, okay? So keep in mind, if you can't act right, you can't post things, keep things positive, ask questions, or let it be, prepping, or even it ain't gotta be prepping and stuff. You can get down. We do makeup and stuff over here and all that. Just keep it nice. I'm not for the mess. Not having the mess stuff. So, I don't run a channel like that. So just keep that in mind. But I did enable it. So hopefully y'all will leave y'all posts. I'm sure you should be able to do pictures, like upload pictures and stuff like that. And that way I can see what y'all doing. So that seems like should be a lot of fun. Okay. So go over to the community post, see if it'll allow you now to leave a post, and I'm gonna be looking for it. See who the first person is to do. Should we have somebody go do it now? See who the first person to leave a post on my community post. Yeah, they'll have to, if they got another device they won't. Okay, I'ma see. See, let me see who's gonna be the first person to go to my community post. I'm finna look now. Okay. And then I'm gonna get off of here. I wanna know who would be the first person that will go leave a post on my community post. Okay? Go to my community post, and I'm going to wait. Yep, you should be able to leave a post. So anybody willing to go and leave a post? I shall wait. You'll have to go to the post tab. Ninja 50 quart, $225. Right? It depends on where you're getting it from. If it's $225, he paid $200 for it. So it depends on where you're getting it from. I know Dick's Sporting Goods say they have it in my area though. For $199, so $200. So some places like the prices, Lena. I'm waiting to see if I get anybody to come post. Who's gonna be the first one to post on my post? I actually want to see how it comes up. So if you go to my page and you go to post, it should allow you to leave a post over there. So I really want to see how it comes up. I see they got new stuff. I don't know if it's for y'all, but I think it says you can leave a video. From looking at this. I don't want my thing. Trying to wait and see if somebody gonna leave a post. If you're gonna leave a post, put a thumbs up in the community tab. I like that you can keep stuff in the pull drawers. Exactly. I think that's what Son Oronde was, being able to put stuff in the pull-out drawers.
I'm coming. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to, clean up and put the box, all that stuff away. But the biggest thing, and I ain't gonna say the biggest thing, but that was one of the things that attracted it, because so often, if you're a big griller or a picnicker or anything like that, OJ, comment on my post. I left. Oh, never mind. Somebody can thank you so much, honey. Let me see if I can find it. You can go ahead and run it. Someone said I left the first post. Let's see. I'm just not big on the cross contamination. I don't want raw meat with my sodas, and a lot of times with the other coolers, you had to put something in to separate, that way your raw meat wasn't all on your sodas. Then if it drips in the cooler, and now it's on the ice, and then the ice melts, and then that water moves over, then you pulling out, adult drinks and sodas and juices that got contaminated juice all over it. So I love the fact that it can be down there. It ain't got to be on ice. it can sit by itself, and I can clean it, sanitize it afterwards, and boom, I'm good.
Yep. I'm looking for it, honey. I don't see it yet. Let me go to my studio and see. I'm looking for it. Yeah, I don't see it, honey. I don't see that you left a post. Mom, you left it. You left it on my. Did you go to post? OJ, leave a post on my community post. Huh? You said you can't? Oh, tell Kylie to her she ain't filming. She filming? Because I'm trying to see how it comes up, y'all, because there's something new right here, okay? My son is exporting a video, so he can't do it. Okay, so Kylie gonna do it. I think Tatiana is doing something. She editing or something. So, because I don't see it, honey. I don't see it. You left one. Nope, don't see it at all. Hmm.
It doesn't have for your main channel. The comment thing isn't on the community posting.
But I enabled it yesterday, last night. Somebody said they left one.
Maybe you left the comment on one of your posts.
Yeah, someone said they left one.
Yeah, because OJ enabled his and his isn't here either.
Hmm?
For the community post where people can post stuff on your community, it's not enabled for his or your channel.
Hold up, wait, I think I see it. Comment, view post, and say.
Okay, it's up now.
Yeah, it's pretty visit community.
Okay, hold on. So, my Renaissance grandma, who did it? Hold up, but I don't see y'all on the post. I see it in my studio. Okay, so Lena did. My Renaissance grandma, Brenda Smith, and May. I thought y'all was leaving me hanging.
I just did.
I thought y'all were leaving me hanging. Y'all did post, but hold on. I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing up for everyone to see.
Okay. So
do I have
for
to
them,
approve it?
The way I went to it is when you on your subscription list, go to your channel, like click your channel where there's like all the different profiles of people you're subscribed to, and it'll show up like this: visit channel, and then right next to it is visit community, and then click visit community, and that's how I got to it.
Wait, so
basically, I guess you would have to do it not in your YouTube account.
then how am I supposed to see it when they do it though? How am I supposed to know? I gotta figure this out. I see y'all post, y'all. I see it on the computer. Okay, what is on? They're YouTube all day.
Unless it's like it's up and
Yep. That's why I say it was when that they do the algorithm. That's how they say. Okay, so let me see. I'm just trying to figure out how do I see it. Like I don't see it I see it in my studio. Do you see it? Like just go to my page. Just go to my channel and then go to my post and see you see. Let me see.
Nope, when I go to your post, I don't see it.
Yeah, then.
It's only when I go to my subscriptions, click your profile.
So Yeah, so I see y'all left a post. Let me see, visit community. Okay. Okay, so I do. Okay, so you ain't got no personal on here. So this is Kylie's channel. So when y'all leave, y'all left a post. Y'all left a post. So what I gotta do is, I'm guessing when I go on here, I gotta hit visit community, and then I go down and I see. But see, you couldn't see it. Go to my channel. Maybe you only can see it on the phone then, cause on here it don't say visit community.
And that's
Let me
just
go
the
with the
loading
way
in.
she said it.
They don't say it.
When you go to subscriptions on your tablet, when you hit subscriptions, does it have like a little slide at the top of profiles that you're subscribed to? It may be still cycling in though.
No. It seems like it's only doing it maybe on the phone, cause when you do I see where everybody left a message. So maybe they gotta get some kinks or something out. But I do see y'all post, so I know now how to do it. So thank y'all so much. Your daughter left a post, so y'all can see the post. Maybe I only can see it from when I get off of here. I'm gonna do it from my phone. Go to your post like you would. That's what I did on the computer. I can't see it. I see it in my studio, but yeah, on the computer though, I can't see. Maybe it's just for phones. Yeah, it's not pulling up on his tablet. It's not pulling up on the computer, but it's pulling up on the phone. So try you ain't got your phone in here. So I'm gonna figure it out. But I do see y'all posts. I'm gonna go ahead on and let me see. Cause even with the post, how did I get back to it? I can see it in the studio. I'm gonna check and see if I can see it on my phone. But I'm gonna comment back to y'all. But yeah, so got that together. Once I figure out why they showing up on the computer or whatnot. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it. But anyway, let me go and get off of here. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for not leaving me hanging, because I was like I meant to say love you too, Lena. I love everybody. Let's see. It's only a video that says Purple Hall. Okay, yeah, I can't see it on her though. I can't see it. I'm gonna figure it out, but I do see it on there. I'm gonna respond to y'all. But when I get off, I'm gonna check my phone and see if it's different on my phone, because you can see it on Kylie's phone and stuff. So yeah, so I love y'all. I want y'all to be safe, and we shall see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye.